So, hi. This is going to be my run for the counter-side Danger Close for the C server. This season it was Tyrant Armor, which is this one, and well, we'll get to the other boss later. Yuri is buffed, so she's gonna be the main damage dealer, as well as a bunch of mechs and soldiers. So I opted to go with the negative skill haste debuff from the battle report because it doesn't really affect the soldiers that much, and Yuri has a skill haste buff for this. One of the problems I encountered with Tyrant is that Esterosa kept dying. That's because the minions at the back, as you can see, one of them is a sniper, and strikers are weak to snipers. So this like DPS check, it might look similar to Mod A, but it's actually different. It's number of hits instead of just the DPS check. So now the ultimate, I tried a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't really prevent the wipe. So I had to redeploy most of my DPSs, which is the reason why I let go of the deployment resource debuff you get from the battle report. So my modifier for my score is actually kinda low-ish. It's I think 28% or something like that. Second hit check. Again, number of hits, not DPS check. Oh, so my solution for Esterosa always dying is just having a second tank in Yumi. Yumi is a defender, so she's not as... she doesn't take as much damage from snipers. And I think... yeah, I positioned Yumi at the back so that Tyrant Armor would go backwards, but even going backwards, as you can see, the ultimate still hit most of my backline. So yeah, that was Tyrant Armor. Yuri is top DPS. Again, she has a buff in the combat environment. So let's get to Regenerated Bishop. So Regenerated Bishop is actually way more complicated. So two things you need to think about is her special skill and her ultimate. Her special skill is that she throws knives on your furthest target, but for some reason it doesn't do anything to mechs. So as you can see right now, Sigma is all the way at the back, and the knives will hit her and do nothing. So right there, you saw the ultimate. So, so the ultimate is Bishop dashes forward and goes to your backline and makes a shadow clone. And then she herself goes all the way back to the stage. The shadow clone has an immortality buff, and since it has an immortality buff, it will just continue to deal damage to your backline. So you have to have a buff removal in order to deal with it. So as you can see right now, I'm preparing Lanchester because she removes buffs. And there's the clone, and the clone is gone. So you have to time it so that you have some sort of buff removal as soon as the clone hits. And you'll see a third ultimate soon. At this point, the team has sort of stabilized, and there are like 2 tanks and 2 healers, so I'm not really in danger of just wiping. And there's another ultimate. For this one, I used Kami Izumi skill 1, which also removes buffs. So again, if it removes buffs, it removes the immortality buff of the clone. You don't really see the clone at all, it just dies immediately. Because I've done this fight a bunch of times. Yeah, so this strategy is sort of the slow strategy. I know the high scorers of this fight use New Ohio, and they don't use Sigma at all. But I think they one cycled the boss, and I don't think I have the gears for that. So yeah, that was Bishop. And then finally, here are the gears, the equipment for all my characters. And yeah, I'll leave you with this. Thank you for watching.